All right, let's hurry up and get these bills paid, get this rankings video recorded, be good for the week. $150. 48-hour tight ends. What is that? I didn't buy. Kyle. Oh, no, you didn't. All payback. Yep, gonna go to Kyle to complete this game. Here we go. Come on, baby. Let's see how Kyle likes this one, huh? Let's see. First name. Kyle Richardson. What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Welcome back to the Draft.com studios, where today we're talking running backs. Running back rankings here for week 6, the top 30 overall. Now, before you ask in the comment section, no, the Thursday night players are not on this list because they've already played. It doesn't do you any good to see them in a list now. The game is over. So this is heading into the weekend to help you set your lineups the remainder of the week. If you're looking for more detailed information, though, head over to the Start Sit videos. That's where we go a little bit more in depth. This is really just meant to run through here, give you a quick analysis of each player and where I have them inside the top 30 here for week 6. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the rankings. All right, here we go. Week 6 running back rankings. Going to kick it off number 1. And as you can see, got Alvin Kamara at number 1 this week. And you can see I also spelled out his entire name. Why did I do that, you ask? I have no idea why I only spelled out Alvin Kamara's name and nobody else's. But it is what it is at this point. Got him as my number 1 running back. Great matchup going up against Jacksonville, who's been torched on the ground here as of late. Looking for some heavy usage through the air this week for Alvin Kamara. Number 2, Zeke Elliott. And the reason he's a little bit higher than maybe the likes of Christian McCaffrey is just due to matchup. Right now, Zeke gets that heavy volume, and he's going up against the New York Jets. Got him there at number 2. Number 3 is going to be Christian McCaffrey. Now, this is a very difficult matchup for Christian McCaffrey, going up against one of the best run defenses in the NFL of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, obviously, he's a must-start every single week. However, we're limiting expectations slightly, and it doesn't really matter. If you have him, you're starting him right now. Got him at running back 3. All right, number 4, Le'Veon Bell, New York Jets, going up against the Dallas Cowboys, the return of Sam Darnold. I expect them to open up the passing game a little bit more. Could open more running lanes for Le'Veon Bell. Got him at running back 4. Number 5, Nick Chubb, Cleveland Browns, right now the lone bright spot in Cleveland. This guy is still putting up very, very solid numbers, and this offense needs to go through Nick Chubb. He's involved in the passing game. He's going to get you close to 20 to 25 touches a week. Love Nick Chubb once again this week, even though it's a somewhat difficult matchup going up against the front 7 of the Seattle Seahawks. Still got him right here, running back 5. Number 6, another difficult matchup, but I mentioned it in the Start Sit video. If Dalvin Cook can get past this matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles, it's smooth sailing for many, many weeks for all of you Dalvin Cook owners. So hang tight, hold on, go up against Philadelphia this week, hope for a solid game, and then after that, ride the coattails of one Dalvin Cook all the way to your fantasy playoffs. Number 7, chasing the volume of Derrick Henry once again, going up against the Denver Broncos. Great matchup, huge touchdown upside, 20-plus carry potential. Got him inside the top 10 once again. Derrick Henry at number 7. Leonard Fournette, a tough matchup this week for Leonard Fournette, going up against the New Orleans Saints, one of the top run defenses in the NFL. But Gardner Minshew is really opening up this passing game enough that the defense has to stay honest, pull defenders out of the box, and it's giving Leonard Fournette more opportunities. The big play potential is there this year, and so is the pass-catching upside. Going to keep him inside the top 10. Right now, Leonard Fournette, number 8. Number 9, Mark Ingram, another one of these running backs getting close to 20 touches a week. That's what we want with all these guys at the beginning. You can't score fantasy points if you don't get the ball. So let's make sure we rank the guys who get the ball the most highest. Mark Ingram, great matchup going up against the Bengals. Got him at number 9. All right, number 10 is going to be Chris Carson, Seattle Seahawks, going up against the Cleveland Browns, who just got torched on the ground by the San Francisco 49ers. Chris Carson, another one of these running backs, going to get you close to 20 touches a week and has huge touchdown upside. Got him inside the top 12. Right now, Chris Carson, number 10. Number 11 is going to be David Johnson, but this is somebody who we have to monitor going into the weekend. Does he actually play? There's a chance that he misses this game and Chase Edmonds takes over. If that's the case, Chase Edmonds just doesn't automatically slot into the number 11 spot here. He would probably fall down there towards the 18, 19, 20 range, but the upside would still be huge for him in a game going up against the Atlanta Falcons, whose defense is absolutely horrendous. There could be a lot of points, a lot of yards in this game, but for right now, until David Johnson is ruled out, I got him at number 11. All right, number 12 is Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers, going up against the Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football. Now, as long as he continues to get the bulk of the carries here with no Jamal Williams, the usage should be through the roof. However, the rushing total is not blowing you away. What's really helping your fantasy days are all of the touchdowns he's scoring. He's very, very much touchdown dependent at this point, but he's getting them, and he's in an offense that can move the ball. Got him inside the top 12 again this week. Got him at number 12. Number 13, James Conner, Pittsburgh Steelers, going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. Great matchup and should see huge volume. Hopefully they don't use Benny Snell enough to kill the upside of James Conner this week. This could be one of the weeks that James Conner really breaks out and gives you a solid fantasy total. Right now, got him at RB 13 and trending up. Number 14 is going to be the running back who he faces in that game, Melvin Gordon. Got the first week under his belt, and now he's back and looking for a bigger week going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. If this offense sputters in Pittsburgh and Los Angeles can get a lead, they could rely a little bit more on Melvin Gordon's second half of the ball game. He's still somewhat involved in the passing game, nowhere near Austin Eckler's usage, but the ground game should be there for Melvin Gordon, and they're going to continue to give him more and more each week. Like him a little bit more than I did last week. Right now, got him at running back 14. 15, Kerryon Johnson, Detroit Tigers, got a matchup with the Packers Monday Night Football. Coming off the bye week, the 2 games prior to the bye, he had 20 carries on the ground, so that's great to see. We want to see that usage from Kerryon Johnson. Right now, got him at running back 15. 16 is going to be Todd Gurley, who's shown up on injury report still, and there's a chance that he may miss also. That's something to really pay attention to here going into the weekend. But right now, got him at running back 16. He already has a tough matchup going up against the San Francisco 49ers, whose run defense is number 1 in the NFL. Gurley's been somewhat dependent on touchdowns lately, and now if he's limited because of an injury, he could be even more of a risk here in week 6. But right now, got him at running back 16. 17 is going to be Austin Eckler, and this could be even higher if this was a full-point PPR ranking just because of the usage that he has. He saw 15 targets last week. Those are huge numbers. What's even more crazy is he caught 14 of them. The guy is heavily involved in the passing game, and he's not going to just go away now that Melvin Gordon is back. Both of these guys, legit high-end RB2s with RB1s upside on a weekly basis, got Austin Eckler at 17. 18 is going to be Devontae Freeman, Atlanta Falcons, going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Like I mentioned with David Johnson, there could be a lot of offense, a lot of points scored in this game because both defenses suck balls. Devontae Freeman, another solid RB2 performance coming this week in Week 6. Got him at RB 18. Number 19 is going to be Matt Breida, San Francisco 49ers. Now, I'd have him a little bit higher, but they did lose their fullback, and they lost an offensive lineman this past week. So Matt Breida's upside is still absolutely through the roof. The running game in San Francisco is crazy good. Matt Breida could very well outperform this ranking. He is somebody who's trending up this list, but let's see how this offense reacts to the lack of the fullback of Kyle Juszczyk this week before we continue to move Breida higher and higher on a weekly basis. Right now, running back 19. Number 20 is going to be Joe Mixon, and he's really fallen down the rankings here as of late, and I'm worried about Joe Mixon. Got a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens, which doesn't really scare me. What scares me is the lack of usage in the passing game, and that offensive line is absolutely horrible in Cincinnati. Right now, Joe Mixon's dropped down to RB20. Number 21 is going to be Phillip Lindsay. Tough matchup going up against the Denver Broncos, but we're starting to see here in 2019 a little bit of what we saw from Phillip Lindsay in 2018. The usage is starting to creep back up. The involvement in the passing game starting to creep back up, and he will also climb up these rankings on a weekly basis as long as that continues. Right now, got him at RB21. All right, number 22, we got Damian Williams, Kansas City Chiefs, going up against the Houston Texans. Definitely a matchup that you want to have some pieces a part of. Another one of these games that has this high-scoring output potential, and a lot of yardage could be had in this game. Damian Williams, second game coming off an injury, could get a little bit more usage in this game and has that huge upside. His teammate, LaShawn McCoy, right there at 24. Also, a lot of people upset with McCoy's performance last week, but don't forget he had a costly fumble and got benched. It's not like he played horribly, but that fumble really limited whatever upside he did have last week because he just didn't get the playing time afterwards. I expect a better performance there for him. Got him at 24. Not to pass over number 23, though, Tevin Coleman. Already kind of mentioned the running game of the San Francisco 49ers. Tevin Coleman is now a big part of that. Right now, Matt Breida maybe has the slightly higher upside, but Tevin Coleman is trending up also. Both of these guys have the ability to finish as a high-end RB2 on a weekly basis. Got Tevin Coleman at 23. 25 is going to be Jordan Howard, Philadelphia Eagles. Sounds like he's starting to get a little bit more volume in this offense. He does have the touchdown upside also. Difficult matchup, and that's why he's a little bit lower. Going up against the difficult run defense of the Minnesota Vikings is going to limit his upside possibly slightly. Got him all the way down at RB25. 26 going to be Carlos Hyde going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. And Hyde's usage right now, I mean, he's a fringe 20 carry a week guy. The problem is his inconsistency, and he hasn't been overly efficient with the touches that he's gotten. However, he does have the goal line carries and that usage. It kind of makes him a viable flex play in deeper leagues, especially when you're going through the bye weeks. Maybe you have Marlon Mack or Josh Jacobs on a bye week. Carlos Hyde and the volume that you can get from him this week going up against Kansas City is not a bad play. Got him right now running back 26. 27, Chris Thompson, Washington Redskins. This is the battle of two of the worst defenses in football. That's kind of why I have these three running backs back to back to back. Chris Thompson, 27, Kenyon Drake, 28, Adrian Peterson, 29. Two of the worst run defenses going up against each other is just screaming for high-end upside here for these three players. Now, like I said, it really depends who you have on your roster. If you're hurt by injuries, by bye weeks, these three guys have sneaky value here for week 6. Is it sexy? No, it's ugly. You don't really ever want to start any running back for the Washington Redskins or the Miami Dolphins. However, this week, while they play each other, not a bad matchup. The upside is there. Got them right here, 27, 28, and 29. 30 is going to be Royce Freeman. Already talked about Philip Lindsay going up against the Tennessee Titans. A difficult matchup, but Royce Freeman is another one of these guys who just kind of hangs around. He kind of limits the upside of Lindsay at times because he is also involved in the passing game there in Denver. He's going to get a few carries. He has that big playability, just doesn't have the amount of usage that Philip Lindsay does, limits his upside. Right now, Royce Freeman going to top off the list here at number 30 for week 6. All right, so those are my week 6 rankings here for the running back position. Maybe you don't agree with a few of them, and that's fine. We're not supposed to always agree on them. But before you just go down in the comment section and say, I can't believe you don't have so-and-so here, tell me who you would move. If you would bump somebody up, who would you drop down because of it? I mean, you can't just throw everybody in the top 12. Why? There's only 12 spots. Somebody has to get dropped down, but I want to know your feedback. What do you think? Who would you change on this list? Greatly appreciate the support. Make sure you guys go check out that video now, how to win $1,000. Do not miss out on that. That's an October giveaway here that somebody in Headliner Nation is going to get paid here at the end of the month. So make sure you go check out that video. Link is in the description. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week, a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later.